What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union. Seth back as your coach of the Philadelphia Fearows for our Week 2 matchup in the RPL against the Twin Leaf Town Torterras. So we have a team of the Skarmory, Cresselia, Darmanitan, Tornadus Incarnate, Serena, Rotom, Suicune, Nidoqueen, Goodra, Perugly, and the Megalopony, while the Torterras have the Azumarill, Stakataka, Chandelure, Gligar, Comfey, Alolan Executor, Scizor, Porygon 2, Metagross, Acelgor, and Mega Garchomp. So, looking at his team, he does have a lot of potential threats. The Azu and the Stakataka are huge physical threats, as well as the Scizor could do a lot of damage potentially if it sets up. Metagross is always super strong. Mega Garchomp can be a little scary, and Chandelure can even pose as a potential threat. Gligar is pretty bulky, and as is the Porygon 2, so those are some things, some walls that I really do want to wear down. His team is more on the offensive side, so I'm not too worried about having to break his walls or preventing them from doing a whole lot and stalling out my team. So, the Azu specifically, I don't think it does a whole lot to my team. It doesn't have a great matchup. I wouldn't even be surprised if we didn't see it come to the match. Stakataka, I think he's probably going to want to bring just because it does beat a few of my Mons with its coverage, and if he gets Trick Room up with that, or even with the Porygon, that could be pretty dangerous. I do see Trick Room as a potential strategy he wants to bring. He has my team outspeeds him by quite a bit. Most of my Mons outspeed most of his, and he does have some good offensive options against me if he wants to run the Trick Room. The Chandelure can do a little bit of damage to my Mons. It does break my main defensive core of Skarmory and Cresselia, and then it can even have Energy Ball for the Suicune, so I have to be on the lookout for that. Gligar can be a little annoying to some of my more physical threats like the Darmanitan and the Serena, or even the Goodra. Comfey I'm not really too worried about. I have things like the Nidoqueen to scare it out, and just in general it's not that great of a Mon in my opinion. Alolan Executor, I don't really see it coming. I have a Tornadus, I have things that can hit it with ice coverage like Cresselia with Ice Beam, or Ice Punch on Lopunny, or Ice Beam on Nidoqueen, or even Suicune, so I'm not too worried about that. The Scizor can be a little scary for some of my Mons, but I do have the Skarmory and the Suicune which wall it pretty well. Porygon, if I can get a Toxic up on that thing, that would be really, really nice, so that's my main goal for that. And then Metagross can also be a little scary, but I really don't see him bringing it considering I have things like Darmanitan and Suicune, Skarmory, and Cresselia all that wall it. Acelgor could definitely do some damage to my team. It breaks things like the Cresselia. It can have Giga Drain for the Suicune, so it can do some decent damage. I wouldn't really be surprised to see it. And then the Garchomp in general isn't too scary, but it can do some damage to some of my Mons. So overall, his team I'm not too worried about. He doesn't have exactly the best matchup against me, so I feel like we do have the matchup. But let's get right into the team. Leading off, we have our Skarmory with Leftovers and Sturdy, with the Stealth Rock, Whirlwind, Roost, and Brave Bird. This thing is mainly for his physical threats like the Azu, the Stakataka, the Scizor, the Metagross, and the Garchomp. So we outspeed or no speed Metagross. If he wants to put speed on his Metagross, we outspeed that. Even if he wants to go 4 in speed, we outspeed that too. And then we have the Whirlwind in case he wants to set up with anything, whether it's like a Swords Dance on the Chomp, or Belly Drum Azu, or even he starts to get Beast Boost on the Stakataka, we can Whirlwind that out. And that's pretty much it for this mod. 248 HP, max defense with the Impish Nature, and like I said, the 8 in speed. Next up, we have Bugs, our Mega Lopunny with the Lopunite and Limber before it Mega Evolves. Return, High Jump Kick, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch this week. Typically, you don't see me running Elemental Punches, just because Return typically does enough damage, does more than the punches in general. But this week he does have some 4 times some quad weaknesses, so the Fire Punch is there for the Scizor, the Ice Punch for the Executor, and for the Garchomp. And then Return and High Jump Kick are just great stab and do pretty well against his team. We have enough speed to outspeed the Garchomp once we Mega Evolve. Then we have Max Attack, Adamant Nature, so we're going to be hitting really, really hard. Dump most of the rest in HP, and then to make it an odd HP stat, we had to take 4 out, so we put that in defense, just to try to help us live something maybe a little bit better. That's about it for the Lopunny. Next up we have our Suicune with Leftovers and Pressure. This week we're running a Subtoxic set with Calm Mind and Scald. It's a pretty disgusting set, I know, but it does really well against his team. It can take hits from the Chandelure, it can take hits from a Acelgor. It outspeeds a Gligar if it doesn't have any speed, which is nice, so we can get Scalds or potentially substitute on that thing so we don't have to risk a speed tie. Getting behind a sub and toxicking a bunch of things on his team is the main goal. If we can get up a few Calm Minds, it helps us take on some of his special threats a little bit better. So definitely looking at doing that. But again, pretty simple, 248 HP, 252 special defense, calm nature, 4 in defense, and 4 in speed. Nothing too complicated here. Next up we have our Rotom with the Life Orb and the Levitate. I looked at Rotom and I saw that it has a really good matchup this week. It has good coverage, it can Volt Switch around his team. He has the Gligar and the Mega Garchomp, obviously. But, like, yeah, they can make sure that I can't Volt Switch, but I do have the HP Ice for both of them. They're both quad weak to Ice, and with the Life Orb, I'm able to mix up my moves, and I can potentially Will-O-Wisp if I'm predicting one of those to come in. So if he wants to go for, or if he wants to switch into the Gligar or the Garchomp, predicting my Volt Switch, I can Will-O-Wisp and effectively cripple both of those Mons. And then Shadow Ball is mainly there for the Chandelure. So we have enough speed to outspeed the Chandelure. If he's max speed, we outspeed that. We have max special attack, and then the rest is dumped into HP. Next up, we have Fat Cat, our Perugly, with the Silk Scarf and Thick Fat this week, so a little bit of a cool set. U-turn, knockoff, return, and fake out. Fake out just to get off some nice chip on his team, and potentially stall out some Trick Room turns. Return is good for general stab, U-turn for momentum, and then knock off some of those items. Specifically, the Eviolite on the Porygon 2, and it also is super effective on the Chandelure. Can knock off the Eviolite off of Gligar, and is good against the Metagross. So for the EVs, we do outspeed the Chandelure as well. So this thing also outspeeds the Chandelure, as does our Rotom. Then we have max attack, Adamant Nature, 152 in HP, and 4 in special defense to help us possibly take, like a Flamethrower or a Fire Blast from the Chandelure with the Thick Fat ability. So that's really nice. And then Silk Scarf is just boosting some of our moves. So last but not least, we have Cumulonimbus, our Tornadus Incarnate, with the Assault Vest and Defiant. Obviously I don't need Prankster if I'm running the Assault Vest. I can only run attacking moves, so I thought Defiant will be pretty cool. He does have Defog on Gligar. I believe Comfy gets it. If not, I think it gets Rapid Spin. Scizor obviously gets Defog, so in case he wants to go for one of those, after I get up my rocks, I can switch in and get a +2 boost. I have U-turn, knockoff, HP Ice, and Superpower. So U-turn again just for momentum, knockoff to knock off some Eviolites, and to be super effective against the Chandelure and the Metagross. HP Ice for his quad weak Ice Mons, he has 3 of them. And then Superpower does well against the Stack Attacka and the Porygon. So for the EVs, this thing outspeeds a Mega Chomp. I'm not too worried about outspeeding regular Chomp. But we outspeed a Mega Chomp. We have max special defense with the Gentle Nature, so it's up plus special defense and minus defense, just so we can live hits the best we possibly can from the Chandelure. And then we have the rest in attack to make our other moves hit a little bit harder. So that is it for the team builder. Let me know what you guys think of the team, if there are any changes you would make, or anything you think we could do better. Other than that, that's about it for the video. You will see the battle soon. I believe it will be up tomorrow. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.